Conservative MP and immigration critic Michelle Rempel joins us now from Halifax, where the party convention has been going on, to talk a little bit more about this. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks so much for having me.
A short time ago, you had said Bernier had a choice to make between Scheer winning next year or Justin Trudeau. You meant the federal election. Well, he seems to have picked door number 3. What's your take on that decision?
Look, our party is so focused, as you can see here tonight. We've got 3,000 people who've traveled from across the country to come up with policies that are going to make Canada stronger. You know, Maxime Bernier didn't even wait for this. He didn't even have the courtesy to show up here with so many people who had supported him in the leadership to talk about policies. I just find it a little bit rich. Just with the previous story, I just want to extend my apology to Ms. Zahid. I've served with her on immigration committee. I wish her the best. You know, going through cancer is such a difficult struggle, and whoever did that, I think it's ridiculous. And I know the party's removed that volunteer, and you know, on behalf of our party, a deep apology.
All right, we will make sure she gets that apology, or at least hears that apology on behalf of the party. Let's get back to Mr. Bernier, because he was a strong leadership candidate a year and a half ago. Do you think he's got enough support to build a new party on the right?
You know, as so many of my colleagues across political stripes, spend hours and hours working hard in the House of Commons, pushing legislation, visiting our constituents, fundraising for other candidates. You know, all of my experience with Mr. Bernier in the last 3 years has been him focused on his own campaign as opposed to, you know, working hard for Canadians. So in terms of, do we have something to worry about? My job is to worry about my constituents, and if Maxime Bernier continues to work as hard as he has for his constituents during his time in the Conservative Party, I don't think we have too much to worry about.
He can make it hard, though, for your party moving forward, because he could fracture the vote. Has there been discussion about that? Are there concerns about that?
I think what a lot of people who are here tonight are worried about is the fact that we need to present to Canadians a strong government in waiting to oppose Justin Trudeau. There are many people in my constituency who continue to be out of work because of his policies. You know, I've walked the floor tonight, and I think what Mr. Bernier has done is served to unify our party in a way that I didn't even think was possible a couple of days ago. So what we're going to do here in Halifax this weekend is continue the work that we've been doing for the last 3 years, is developing a strong policy alternative to Justin Trudeau and giving Canadians some hope that there can be a change of government in 2019.
You had mentioned that it seems personal to Maxime Bernier. He's more about Maxime Bernier than he has been about the Conservative Party. Do you think that he failed to get over the leadership race in that loss?
You know, I would look to my colleague, Peter MacKay. Peter MacKay, after he lost a leadership that he really wanted to win, decided to focus his efforts on building a unified Conservative movement. And the result of that was a partnership with Stephen Harper that saw 10 years of stable Conservative governments in Canada. And that led to a lot of job growth, a lot of job creation in Canada. And Mr. Bernier has made the opposite choice tonight. What you see behind me here tonight is thousands of Conservatives who may have voted for Mr. Bernier in the leadership, but made a choice to be here tonight to do what Peter MacKay did, and that is to unify and build a strong vision for the country. At the end of the day, the people who I represent, they want a strong voice. Many of us here, my colleagues, my leader Andrew Scheer, have done that. And we're focused on one thing: ensuring that Canada has a better vision for government, a better one than is currently provided under Justin Trudeau. And I'm very proud to be part of this movement, as I have been for over 15 years now.
All right, Michelle Rempel, we do have to leave it there. Thank you so much for joining us today. I appreciate your intake, your input. Take care.